Oh, let's start with a confession. Hollywood lied to us. We've all seen the movies, Armageddon, Deep Impact, where a team of oil drillers or a retired general flies a nuke into a Texas-sized asteroid while Aerosmith plays in the background. It's dramatic, it's sweaty, and it's completely wrong. In reality, if we're at the point where we're planting nukes, we've already lost. NASA's actual plan to save your life doesn't involve Bruce Willis. It involves math, some very expensive bumper cars, and a tiny office in Washington, D.C. called the Planetary Defense Coordination Office. Today we are going behind the scenes of how NASA actually stops the big one, and why the asteroid Apophis is currently the most famous rock in the solar system. First, we have to find them. Space is big, really big, and asteroids are basically dark, soot-covered rocks trying to hide in a pitch-black room. Up until recently, we were basically blind, but now we've leveled up. We have the NEOWISE mission and the upcoming NEO-Surveyor space telescope. These aren't looking for pretty pictures, they're looking for heat signatures. An asteroid might be black as coal, but it's slightly warmer than the 450-degree void of space. NASA is currently tracking over 30,000 near-Earth objects. The city killers? We know where 95% of them are. But it's that missing 5%, the basement dwellers of the solar system, that keep NASA's defense team up at night. Because if you don't see it coming, you can't move it. So let's say we find one. What do? We play a $300 million game of cosmic pool. Remember the DART mission? NASA literally crashed a spacecraft the size of a vending machine into a moonlet named Dimorphos at 14,000 miles per hour. Everyone cheered, but here's the human part. The engineers at Johns Hopkins were terrified. They weren't trying to blow it up. They were trying to nudge it. Think of it like this. If you're walking and someone gently taps your shoulder, you veer off course by maybe an inch. Over the next mile, that inch becomes 100 yards. NASA proved that if we hit an asteroid early enough, we only need to change its speed by less than a millimeter per second to make it miss Earth by thousands of miles. We're not using dynamite, we're using physics. But let's talk about the rock that has everyone's pulse racing, Apophis. On April 13th, 2029, yes, Friday the 13th, a 1,100-foot wide asteroid is going to pass so close to Earth that it will actually go underneath some of our satellites. You'll be able to see it with the naked eye. For a long time, the math said there was a 3% chance it would hit us. NASA has spent years refining that math. As of right now, they've confirmed it's a miss. But instead of just waving as it flies by, we're sending the OSIRIS-APEX spacecraft to meet it. We're going to study how Earth's gravity literally stretches the asteroid as it passes. It's the ultimate know your enemy mission. Because one day the math might not say miss. You might be thinking, why spend billions on space rocks? It's a fair question. But here's the thing. Every time we build a defense satellite, we're essentially building a better insurance policy for civilization. The tech we use to track asteroids is the same tech that helps us map climate change and manage global communication. More importantly, this is the only natural disaster we have the power to actually prevent. We can't stop a hurricane. We can't stop an earthquake. But for the first time in the 4 billion year history of life on this planet, there is a species that can look up and say, "Not today, universe." That's a pretty cool thing to be a part of. And that's why we're going further. Whether it's using AI to calculate trajectories or landing SpaceX starships on Mars to build a backup for humanity, we are becoming a multiplanetary species because we know Earth has a target on its back. Space is scary, sure, but it's also the greatest adventure we've ever been on. NASA isn't just saving Earth, they're making sure we're around long enough to see what else is out there. What do you think? If an asteroid was heading for Earth, would you trust the bumper car method, or are you still team nuke it from orbit? Post in the comments. What do you think is best? Like, share, and subscribe to NASA Community News. We're still here, and we're staying that way.